Hey everybody, it's Life Lessons. I just wanted to talk to you guys while I'm finally in my apartment by myself. My daughter went out. The other daughter that used to live here with me, she moved on the 7th of this month. And I just wanted to show y'all how pretty much empty it is now. I don't know if you remember when I had all the house decorated and everything. Now like everything is pretty much like closets and everything is just like empty. My washer and dryers out of there, everything is gone. And I literally have 2 days for my surgery. If you guys remember, I'm having a lumpectomy. These are the things that I'm leaving behind in my apartment. I know I'm all over the place, but I'll be going back and forth, I guess. Um, I wanted to bring that little hutch. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it. The table's staying. Look at this nice living room set. It's staying. It's been with me for some years though. Like I've really had this since like 2014. So I've had a lot of people sleeping on it. Um, you know, a lot of people, yeah, pretty much using it as their bedroom because it's very, very, very comfortable. Um, but, it's a little hard for me to part with it, but I'm going to part with it because, this is a new journey, I guess, for me in my life. Everything's happening at the same time. I keep it real with y'all, so I have to tell you, I'm literally losing my apartment. That's why I'm leaving. Being kicked out. Got a court date on the 30th. But I'm pretty much not going to, this room is going to be like this when I leave almost. The bedroom set, how nice it is. It's going to be left behind along with the bed. This room here was my room. I don't know if you guys remember my bedroom set, but it's empty now. And yeah, so after the 30th, I don't know how long they give you after the court date to be here, but my stuff will be out of here. The little bit of stuff I do have left on the 30th because I don't want anything to get left behind. And get out of there. She's in the box over here with all my stuff in it. Princess. Being bad. But anyway, guys, back to what I was saying. Everything's happening at one time. So not only am I having a surgery on Monday, but I'm being evicted on the 30th. I'm going to court on the 30th for eviction, which I'm not going to show up at this point. By the time the 30th gets here, I'll be 4 days out of surgery. I'm only coming here to make sure, the trash, little stuff that I could pick up. I won't be able to, like I said, get the dining room table, the couch, or the bedroom set. But my daughter didn't want her bedroom set. And the couch has been through some bodies. And, it's just really old. It could have been shampooed and still kept, but my kids are saying, oh, that's old, Mom. Nobody does that brown. They keep calling it doo-doo brown and all of this stuff. So, I'm going to part with it. It's going to hurt, but just like I'm about to part with my apartment, I don't know what God's got planned, but I leave it in his hands, whatever, is planned for me. Cause once you get an eviction, it's hard to get an apartment somewhere else. So I don't think I'll be able to get an apartment. So where does that leave me? Am I going to be with my mom? Am I going to be still trying to find somebody to let me in an apartment? My mom's married. She has a husband. I really don't want to be in their space, But probably definitely the day after surgery, I'll be there. After that, I'll figure it out. They're saying I'm supposed to have radiation 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, for a whole 6 weeks. So that also is going to determine where I stay. Um, I was kind of like thinking like not even to do the radiation, but I'm going to ask that question to the doctor. I have a feeling she's going to tell me that's not an option, but like I said, I'm going to be living out of my Mazda. Pretty much that's what it is. It looks like I'll be living out of my Mazda or my mom's house, but um I just feel like God is doing this all for a reason. You know, I couldn't afford the apartment anyway. If you guys are just wondering, like, well, wow, she getting kicked out, she wasn't paying the rent. Well, I couldn't afford it anyway. My paychecks from DoorDash and Grubhub and then my disability was not enough to pay for this place. But I re-signed the lease because my 17-year-old at the time had to finish school. So I didn't want to like go to my mom's house with her and then she had to switch schools and it was the end of the school year. So I made a decision, and that was to sign the lease and hope that I was able to pay for rent and at least until she graduated. And that mission was accomplished. Um, Unfortunately, the downside to that is pretty much I'm going to owe a whole lot of money just, because I wanted to stay here so she could finish school. But I feel like that's what mothers do. Yeah, I knew I couldn't afford it, but I knew I couldn't afford to live somewhere else close by here and allow her to finish school. So this was to me the only option to get her to be able to finish school. So it happened. Now I'm going to be, like I said, this is life lessons. I'm just telling you guys, I want y'all to follow me through my journey. I'm going to probably try to record a little bit while I'm in the hospital, and a little bit the night before. Um, just, for people that have to go through this too. Like, my journey has been like really crazy with this whole breast cancer thing because I was feeling pains and, my chest, my breast, my legs, my ankles swelling, and all kind of stuff. But because I also have high blood pressure, I also have hypothyroidism, um, couldn't really say where the stuff was coming from, like where the pain was coming from. And then every time I talked to the doctor, pretty much they would say to me, um, you don't have you don't have symptoms of this breast cancer. So um, I thought that was crazy because I'm like, okay, but I know that my body is feeling things that are not what it used to feel, like before I knew I had cancer or before, I started feeling differences in me. So, it's a little strange, like, what do you mean I don't have no symptoms? Like, what's all this stuff that's going on with me? But like I said, it could have been due to any other of the blood pressure, hypothyroid. It could have been anything. But yeah, I do find it a little strange that there's supposed to be no symptoms to my breast cancer. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it, in this apartment. And if you guys see me before when I was on Instagram and all of these other platforms, you've seen how nice my apartment was. Like, it was hard for me to be like, nope, you got to pack it up. You got to, but I knew I could not afford this place, And, God is amazing because when I tell y'all I couldn't afford the rent, that also meant I couldn't afford the utilities. Like, and I've been in here this whole time, paying little bits here and there on the utilities. And I was blessed that God even allowed the utilities to stay on. So, out of all this, I still have to say he's amazing. I've been like reading the Bible, trying to get to know a little bit more about our God, because, I just choose him with breast cancer and all, even if I don't wake up Monday, I know I'm going to be going with God, But I'm trying to stay, positive or whatever. I feel like he has a lot of stuff left for me to do. So I also feel like, I'm going to wake up because, I have a lot of things to, finish out. I have a lot of different goals and things that I have to do and things that are not even just what I want to do, things that I feel like God wants me to do, missions to accomplish. So, um, like I said, I'm trying to think positive. That little thing in your ear says, well, what if you don't wake up, And so I have to be a realist. Like, there is a possibility that I won't. But, if I keep faith in God, if I have to go towards my faith in God, I'll say to you guys, I know I'm going to wake up because he's not done with me here on earth. So that's how I feel. But I do get the little creepers. So, yeah, I mean, like, I want you guys to ride with me through this whole journey, life lessons, guys, life lessons. That's the name of this channel, life lessons. Like, I want y'all to ride with me through the whole thing. Like, I know I probably should have been recording a little bit more when I had when I was going through, like crying a lot and stuff like that. But I didn't want to, actually, sometimes I couldn't deal with it at all. But, you know, um, that's why I didn't get a lot of videos, like that. Because when I was crying, I was crying. Um, I did do a couple. So, you've seen some realness out of my emotions. But I just want to say to you guys, life is short. If you can connect with your family, if you're not connected with them, like without interfering in your peace, you know, I would say do that. If it interferes with your peace, I say you gotta do what's best for you. And this is just how I honestly feel. I have family members that I no longer speak to. And people could say, "Oh, well, you're not healed because you got all these people that you don't speak to." But it could also be just because I'm changing and those people are not on the level that I'm on. Some people can't go with you. And that's a real life lesson for you. Some people cannot go with you. Some people don't have your best interests at heart. Um, so if you know that, if you're grounded and centered in, your relationship with God, you'll know who's not for you. And those people just have to be dropped by the wayside. You can still love them from a distance. You can forgive them. You could talk to them every now and then. You could visit them every now and then. Whatever it is that you need to do for your peace, because we all have missions here on this earth that God put us here for. Some of us, you know, make it to see what those missions are, and some of us don't. Um, some of us, as one of the pastors that I listened to said, some of us go to our graves with, our potential of what God gave us to conquer in life. Um, so I don't want to be one of those people. I feel like God is definitely going to wake me up, and at that point, I'm going to have to get it together. Princess is going with my niece. I don't want it to be for so long, but hopefully it's just like a month or two. I don't want to have her there for too long or whatever, but that's about the baseline that I gave my niece. I don't want to overdo it. So I want to make sure I have her back within a month or two. So that means on that month or two, I'm going to be grinding, and I'm going to be making my videos, and y'all going to be hearing me and stuff. And also, guys, I'm still in school. I'm in school for business management, and it's very hard. Well, most of my classes were okay. I got through them; they were good, and I got very good grades, A's and B's. But now things are starting to get hard. Like, I'm in accounting one, accounting two. Um, you know, I passed accounting one, but barely. Um, Now I'm in accounting 2. I hope I can learn what I didn't really feel like I learned in accounting 1, because, they kind of go over some of the same things. But, like, I'm ready to live, y'all. I'm ready to live. I'm ready to travel the world. I'm ready for everything. I'm ready to, be an inspiration for somebody, because, I got a lot of things about my life that I haven't talked to you guys about. I'm writing a book. I'm trying to make a gospel album. Like, it's a lot, I got stuff to do, and I know it's people out here that's just like me. Listen, conquer your mission on earth. I don't think it's no better feeling, and I'm gonna conquer mine, and I'm gonna let y'all ride with me, So anyway, I've talked enough, and I'm gonna say I'm out. This is Life Lessons, and I'll talk to you next time.